Hi there, I'm Bailey.
And I'm Thomas.
Many of you may have been introduced to us by our now famous chickens, but we'd like to tell you about the rest of our farm and how we got here.
Bailey and I met in Philadelphia, where he co-owned a top floral design business and sang with the opera company, and I was a professional pastry chef. We had a small urban farm in the middle of the city with a vegetable and flower garden, bees, and chickens.
One day, we got busted for our illegal backyard flock, and the city came to take our chickens away. That was our cue to leave the city and head to the country. We rented land in upstate New York, invested in some livestock, and began a new chapter in our lives.
Farm life was the perfect fit for us, and after a couple of years, we were ready to commit. We were also ready to commit to one another. So we raised a couple pigs, grew some kale, built some tables out of pallets, and got married. We loved what we were doing and loved sharing it with those around us. The only thing we were missing was the security of having our own land.
Around this time, my dear grandmother, Ardelia, passed away at the age of 98. Ardelia graciously remembered her grandchildren in her will, which coincided with our falling in love with an almost forgotten 50-acre farm in Vermont near the Canadian border. This farm needed us as much as we needed it. Ardelia Farm and Company was born.
Here in Vermont, we found a welcoming community of like-minded folks, farmers who are passionate about food, sustainable living, and doing things the right way. But, not surprisingly, Vermont's winters are robust, and we live in the roughest corner of the state, with the longest winters. We have snow on the ground for at least 6 months of the year.
Despite the weather, it's a fine place to raise our heritage pigs, dairy goats, and poultry. The meat, milk, and eggs we produce are second to none, and we feel so fortunate to be able to eat and sell it.
Raising livestock using small-scale, sustainable practices, especially in such a rural community, is a difficult path. Although we farm sustainably, our farm does not yet sustain us financially. To diversify our farm, this year we'll be incorporating cut flower production into our business plan.
I've been gardening and raising flowers since I was 6, and I have a degree in horticulture. I know flowers very well. However, the growing season in Vermont is short and cold, usually around 90 days. The only way to start the season early and extend it into the fall is with a large unheated greenhouse or high tunnel. This one structure will allow us to produce thousands of stems of top-quality, ethically grown cut flowers each year, providing a positive revenue stream for our farm and filling a growing need in the floral industry.
The local food movement continues to grow in prominence, and the same can be said for flowers. A new generation of farmers is growing an astonishing variety of top-quality flowers and bringing some of the floral trade back to the U.S. It is our vision for 2015 that we will join the ranks of these flower farmers.
With my professional floral design experience, we will be able to offer wedding and floral design services to an underserved corner of our state, while educating others about the benefits of locally and sustainably produced flowers.
This goes hand in hand with my pastry work, offering wedding and special occasion cakes made with our own eggs, as well as flour, butter, berries, and milk produced right here in Vermont.
We would like to raise $12,000 to help us take this necessary next step of building this 2,500 square foot greenhouse. If we fall short of our goal, we'll simply put up a smaller greenhouse. And if we exceed this goal, any additional funds will be used for irrigation, cold storage, and tilling equipment.
We could not have created this life on the farm without the support of our friends and family over these past few years. We sincerely thank you.
And we appreciate your consideration in helping us invest further in our farm's future.